So, Queen's Club tournament. Emma Navarro v Beatriz Haddad Maia. Starting in the next minute or so. So, Emma Navarro serving to start this one. Emma Navarro with a wide serve just out, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. And Emma Navarro with a serve wide. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return, struck to the right with a bit on it, and then Emma Navarro backhand to the right out. So love 15 after a bit on the backhand, struck to the right on return from Beatriz Haddad Maia. Emma Navarro with a central serve, a bit on it, and then hit Beatriz Haddad Maia with backhand block return out after a bit on that serve from Emma Navarro. So 15 all. Emma Navarro serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia return. Navarro then strikes a forehand to the right, just out, so 15-30. Emma Navarro central box serve and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return to the centre. And Emma Navarro was shot in forehand to forehand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes a forehand to the right beyond it with Emma Navarro backhand slice turn and further forward. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand to the right with a bit on that forehand, and it's 15-40 and 2 break points for Beatriz Haddad Maia. First game of the match, 2 break points. Beatriz Haddad Maia, Emma Navarro serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia with backhand return to the centre with a bit on it. Then Emma Navarro with backhand just hits the net after a bit on the backhand return from Beatriz Haddad Maia, and Beatriz Haddad Maia with breaker serve. So first set, Beatriz Haddad Maia with a breaker serve. So Beatriz Haddad Maia serving with a breaker serve. First set. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre of the box with a bit on it, and Emma Navarro bit of forehand on it, but a bit on that centre of the box serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia, so 15 love. Lefty Beatriz Haddad Maia, Emma Navarro righty. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre of the box, just out. So second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia wide serve. Emma Navarro turns and Beatriz Haddad Maia net with forehand slice. Then Emma Navarro with a forehand lob over Beatriz Haddad Maia to the centre, and it's a winner. So 15 all. Well, a bit on the serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia. Slice return from Emma Navarro. Beatriz Haddad Maia, then forehand slice by the net, but then a forehand lob from Emma Navarro over Beatriz Haddad Maia for a winner. So 15 all. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve just out, so second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. And Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve. Wide serve, hits the top and hits bit of net and then just out, so 15-30. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve, just hits the net, so second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre of the box and Emma Navarro backhand, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand and Navarro backhand to the right, struck and just out. So 30 all. So 30 all, Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre, a bit on it, just out. So second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre, a bit on it. Emma Navarro backhand block return centre, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand to left, and Emma Navarro backhand to the left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand to the right, and then forehand return Emma Navarro, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes a forehand to the right, and it's a winner. So 40-30. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre, just out. So second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre, a bit on that, and then Emma Navarro return to centre, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes a forehand to left, or a bit on that. Emma Navarro slice shot return to the left, just out. So So 2-love Beatriz Haddad Maia, first set with a breaker serve. Emma Navarro with a serve, just hits the net, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre of the box, just hits the net, so love 15. Emma Navarro with a serve, just out, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. And Emma Navarro with a central serve, just hits the net, so love 30. Emma Navarro with a serve to centre to wide, but then Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes her backhand to the left with a bit on that, and it's a return winner off Emma Navarro's serve, and Beatriz Haddad Maia from the backhand struck to the left with a bit on that return. So love 40 and 3 break points for Beatriz Haddad Maia. Emma Navarro with a centre to wide serve just hits the net, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a Emma Navarro rather with a centre of the box serve to Beatriz Haddad Maia's forehand. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to the right, just hits the net, so 15-40. Emma Navarro serving rather, but 15-40 and 2 break points for Beatriz Haddad Maia. Beatriz Haddad Maia just won a point, and it's 2 breaks in the first set for Beatriz Haddad Maia. 3-love Beatriz Haddad Maia, 2 breaks in the first set. So Beatriz Haddad Maia, 2 breaks in the first set. 3-love Beatriz Haddad Maia, 2 breaks of serve in the first set. Beatriz Haddad Maia serving. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre box. Emma Navarro forehand return. Beatriz Haddad Maia instructs forehand to the right, and Emma Navarro backhand slice return. Beatriz Haddad Maia instructs another forehand to the right, and another backhand slice return from Emma Navarro. But then Beatriz Haddad Maia at the net with a backhand drop volley to the left, and it's a winner. So 15-love. Beatriz Haddad Maia striking 2 of those lefty forehands to the right. Emma Navarro with 2 backhand slice returns, but then the next shot at the net, Beatriz Haddad Maia with a backhand drop volley to the left, and a winner with that. So 15-love. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre, a bit on that. Emma Navarro forehand return, just over net, but then Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand to the left, just by the net, and then Emma Navarro with a forehand lob, and then an overhead smash from Beatriz Haddad Maia to the left, just hits the net. So 15-all. Beatriz Haddad Maia centre box serve, Emma Navarro turns, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia then further forward strikes a forehand to the right, but just out, so 15-30. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve. Bit on that, and then Emma Navarro, forehand return, just hits the net, so 30 all. Beatriz Haddad Maia, central serve, just out, so second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve, then Emma Navarro then strikes a backhand return to the right, just out, so 40-30. Beatriz Haddad Maia wide serve. Emma Navarro with a backhand slice return, just hits the net. So full of Beatriz Haddad Maia with a double break in the first set. Emma Navarro serving. Emma Navarro with a wide serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand return, just hits the net, so 15 love. Bit on that wide serve from Emma Navarro. Wide serve to the right. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand turn. Emma Navarro forehand and backhand. Beatriz Haddad Maia. Emma Navarro strikes forehand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the left. And Navarro forehand to the right, and then Haddad Maia backhand return to the right with a bit on that, and Emma Navarro backhand slice just hits the net. So 15 all. Ball striking player, Beatriz Haddad Maia. Lefty ball striking player, and with a double break in the first set. Emma Navarro centre serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes one, return to centre, and Emma Navarro shot, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forward return further forward. Emma Navarro strikes one to the right, bit on it. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return, and a forehand drop shot to the left from Emma Navarro further forward, and it's a winner. So 30-15. Emma Navarro with a central serve, and Beatriz Haddad Maia with a backhand return just hits the net. After a bit on that serve from Emma Navarro, so 40-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia over centre of the box serve, and then backhand to backhand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, and Emma Navarro strikes a forehand to left or a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, then Emma Navarro strikes forehand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand slice turn to the right, then Emma Navarro strikes forehand to the right, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the left, and Navarro forehand to the right, Haddad Maia backhand to the right, Emma Navarro backhand slice bit on it to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then with backhand slice to the right, just hits the net for a game in this set for Emma Navarro, but it's 4-1 Beatriz Haddad Maia with 2 breaks in this set. So Beatriz Haddad Maia serving the next game in this set with 2 breaks in this set. 4-1 Beatriz Haddad Maia. 2 breaks of serve in this set. Beatriz Haddad Maia just 1 point, finishing with a forehand drop shot winner to the left, just by the net, so 15 love. So it's 30-15 on this Beatriz Haddad Maia game on serve, but 30-15 rather, 30-15 with Beatriz Haddad Maia serving with 2 breaks in the first set. Just a 1, 2, 3 points or so, just pre this one. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve, wide serve. Emma Navarro strikes a backhand, returns left for Bill, and Beatriz Haddad Maia return, but net. Emma Navarro with a forehand volley to the right at the net, but just out, so 40-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a wide serve bit on it. Emma Navarro then with forehand block return, out after a bit on that wide serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia, and 2 breaks Beatriz Haddad Maia. First set, 5-1. Emma Navarro with a central serve, just hits the net, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. And Emma Navarro with a serve centre of the box, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand returns right, and Emma Navarro forehand slice, and Beatriz Haddad Maia third forward strikes a forehand to the left, and it's a winner, so love 15. Emma Navarro serving, first serve just hitting net, so second serve for Emma Navarro. Emma Navarro Centre of the box serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand to left, a bit on it. Then Emma Navarro backhand to right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, bit on it. Navarro returns, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, a bit on it. Emma Navarro backhand to side to return, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes up to the left, a bit on it. Emma Navarro turns that net. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand drive volley. Then Emma Navarro turns, but then the next shot at the net, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand drop volley to the left, and it's a winner. So love 30. And Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand drive volley, Emma Navarro forehand return, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand drop volley to the left, and a winner with that shot, with a drive volley and a volley at the net from Beatriz Haddad Maia. Love 30. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre, just hits the net. And Emma Navarro with a serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand to the left with a bit on it, and Emma Navarro backhand to the left out after a bit on that backhand return to the left from Beatriz Haddad Maia. Well, Beatriz Haddad Maia in the first set with striking forehands, volleys at the net, and backhands off returning serve. 3 set points. Emma Navarro central serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return. Emma Navarro further forward strikes a forehand to the right, but it's just out. And that's game and set. Beatriz Haddad Maia 6-1. Beatriz Haddad Maia, an amount of returning off the backhand off returning serve, striking forehands, and volleys at the net for a 6-1 first set for Beatriz Haddad Maia. So Beatriz Haddad Maia. So Beatriz Haddad Maia serving first game of the second set, and just won a point, so 15 love. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve wide and a bit on that. Emma Navarro, a bit of backhand slice on the ball, but a bit on that wide serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia, so 30 love. Beatriz Haddad Maia. Reserve centre box, and then forehand to forehand. And then Emma Navarro further forward strikes a backhand serve, and Emma Navarro net after a Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand, and Emma Navarro with a forehand volley at net with a bit on that to the right, and it's a winner. So 30-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve just hits the net, so second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a centre of the box serve, and Emma Navarro then strikes a forehand return to the left just out, so 40-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve out, so second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. 40-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre box. Emma Navarro strikes one return to the right with a bit on it, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia with a backhand to the centre just out after a bit on the forehand, struck to the right from Emma Navarro, so 40-30. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre just out, so second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre of the box, and Emma Navarro strikes a backhand to the right, a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand, and Emma Navarro strikes forehand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand to the left, a bit on it, Emma Navarro forehand return, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the centre, just hits the net. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve just out, so second serve on this point for Beatriz Haddad Maia. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a centre of the box serve, and Emma Navarro then strikes a backhand return to the right with a bit on it, then Beatriz Haddad Maia with a backhand slice just hits the net after a backhand struck a bit on it to the right on the return of serve from Emma Navarro, and Emma Navarro with a break point. First game of the second set, and Emma Navarro break point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve. Emma Navarro returns, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand to the left of the bell, and Emma Navarro forehand to right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand serve. Then Emma Navarro forehand to the left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand to the left with a bell on it, but just out. And Emma Navarro with a breaker serve at the start of the second set. Emma Navarro serving, just 1 point, 15-love. Emma Navarro with a breaker serve. Second set, Emma Navarro serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia return. Emma Navarro strikes once left bit on it. Beatriz Haddad Maia turns, and Navarro another once left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand centre bit on it, and then forehand to forehand. And then Emma Navarro strikes the backhand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, and Emma Navarro then strikes the backhand to the left, just out. So 15-all. Emma Navarro with a central box turn. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes the backhand turn, it's top net and home net, and Emma Navarro then strikes a forehand to the left, just out. So 15-30. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre bit on that pitch. Haddad Maia backhand block return centre, and Emma Navarro then strikes forehand to the right of a bit on that, and it's a winner. So 30-all. Serve to the centre from Emma Navarro, bit on it. Beatriz Haddad Maia with backhand block return, but then Emma Navarro on the next shot, further forward, struck a forehand winner to the right. So 30-all. Just had 2 points, and still in this Emma Navarro game on serve. Emma Navarro with a break of serve in the second set, and Emma Navarro with a serve wide. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand slice return to the left, and Emma Navarro with backhand to the left for a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia turns, and Emma Navarro then forehand to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the right, and Emma Navarro then strikes a forehand to left. Beatriz Haddad Maia turns, and Emma Navarro forehand to left. Beatriz Haddad Maia returns centre a bit on it, and Emma Navarro over forehand just hits the net, and it's a break point for Beatriz Haddad Maia. Emma Navarro with a central serve just hits the net, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a central serve, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand turn centre, and Emma Navarro forehand to the right bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then forehand to the right, out after a bit on the forehand from Emma Navarro, so that is break point saved for Emma Navarro. Just on a point, and Emma Navarro backhand slice to the left for a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to centre a bit on it, and Emma Navarro forehand to right bit on it, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return to the left for a bit on it, but just out, and Emma Navarro with a point to potentially have the second set maybe at 2-love, still with a break. Emma Navarro with a centre of the box serve just out, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point, and Emma Navarro with a serve wide just out. So still on this Emma Navarro service game. Emma Navarro with a centre of the box serve, hits the top of the net a bit, so still 1 to 2 serves on this point for Emma Navarro. Emma Navarro with a centre to wide serve, just hits the net, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. And Emma Navarro with a centre box serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand return centre. Emma Navarro forehand to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to centre. Navarro forehand and Haddad Maia backhand to backhand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to left for a building. Emma Navarro backhand side turn to the centre, and Beatriz Haddad Maia full strikes of forehand to left into the Emma Navarro turns, and Beatriz Haddad Maia half volley to the right, but Emma Navarro is onto it, and then it's a forehand to the right, and it's a winner. So potentially a point for Emma Navarro to serve a breaker serve in the second set, maybe. Well, a half drop volley to the right from Beatriz Haddad Maia, but Emma Navarro onto it with a forehand, and then a forehand winner to the right. Emma Navarro with a central serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand centre to centre, and Emma Navarro then with a forehand to the left just hits the net. So still on this Emma Navarro service game. Emma Navarro with a central serve. Hits the top of the net and in. So another 1 to 2 serves for Emma Navarro on this point. And Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre box. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand block return to the centre. Emma Navarro forehand to the left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes the backhand to the right with a bit on it. And Emma Navarro strikes forehand to the left with a bit on it. And Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the right with a bit on it. But Emma Navarro then with a forehand to the right with a bit on that, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia a forehand to the left after that out. So point for Emma Navarro to potentially still have a break in the second set for maybe 2-love in this second set. Emma Navarro with a serve centre to wide, just hits the net. So second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro, centre of the box serve, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand, return centre, forehand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to left for a bit on it. Emma Navarro backhand centre, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand centre, a bit on it, forehand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes forehand to the right, a bit on that, and Emma Navarro forehand side stern, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to the right, a bit on it, Emma Navarro forehand return, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand to the left, but just hits the net, and Emma Navarro still with a break in the second set. 2-love Emma Navarro in the second set. Beatriz Haddad Maia serving and just won a point, 15-love. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve bit on it. Emma Navarro turns and Beatriz Haddad Maia to net with a drop volley to the right, and Emma Navarro onto it, strikes a forehand to centre, but then Beatriz Haddad Maia with the next shot on net with backhand drop volley to centre, and it's a winner. 30-love. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a forehand drop shot to the left. And then Emma Navarro onto it, struck a forehand to centre, but then the next shot of the net, Beatriz Haddad Maia with a backhand drop volley to centre and a winner with it. Good backhand drop volley that. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a centre of the box there, bit on it. Emma Navarro strikes a backhand return, backhand to backhand. Emma Navarro then forehand to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the right, just out. So 30-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia. Beatriz Haddad Maia. The serve. Wants two serves on this point. Still. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a centre of the box there. Then Navarro for return. Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes one to the left with a bit on it. Emma Navarro backhand side turn fair forward. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand to the right with a bit on it, but just out. So 30 all. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a wide serve, a bit on that. And Emma Navarro, little bit of forehand to ball, but a bit on that wide serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia. So 40-30. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve and an ace. So Emma Navarro break a serve, second set 2-1. serving. Emma Navarro. So Emma Navarro with a serve and Beatriz Haddad Maia with a return. And then two shots also. Then Emma Navarro with a backhand slice just hits the net, so love 15. So Emma Navarro with a wide serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand returns shot centre bit on it. Then Emma Navarro shot and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to the right bit. Emma Navarro returns and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to the left bit. Emma Navarro returns with a shot to the right just out. So love 30. So Emma Navarro with a serve centrally just out. So second serve for Emma Navarro on this serve. Emma Navarro with a centre box serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand 10 forehand Navarro and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand. Navarro backhand slice. Then Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes the forehand to the left for a bit on it. And Emma Navarro forehand to the right. Beatriz Haddad Maia returns to centre bit on it. And Navarro was shot. And then Beatriz Haddad Maia's backhand to the centre just out. So 15-30. Emma Navarro with centre box there, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand returns to the left, and Emma Navarro then strikes the forehand to the right, just hits the net. So 15-40, and 2 break points for Beatriz Haddad Maia to maybe return the break in the second set potentially. Emma Navarro with a centre box there, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return, centre backhand to backhand. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to the left for a bit on it, and Emma Navarro forehand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes the forehand to the left just out. So 30-40, that's 1 break point saved for Emma Navarro. Emma Navarro with a central serve just out, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a centre of the box serve just out, and Beatriz Haddad Maia returns the break in the second set, so 2-2 on serve second set. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a centre to wide serve, and then Emma Navarro turns. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to the right. Emma Navarro backhand side serve, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes a forehand to the right just out. So love 15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve, and then Navarro strikes a forehand return to the right just out, so 15-all. Beatriz Haddad Maia just won a point with a forehand drop volley winner at the net. Serve to the centre of the box, Emma Navarro forehand returning. Beatriz Haddad Maia struck forehand to left a bit on it after a serve with a bit on it. And then after Emma Navarro turn, Beatriz Haddad Maia with a forehand drop volley winner to the centre at the net. So 30-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve just out. So second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a centre to wide serve and then backhand to backhand, and then Emma Navarro forehand to the centre and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the centre. Emma Navarro then strikes forehand to the left, just hits the net. So 40-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a centre of the box serve, hits the top of the net a bit. So 1-2 serves still for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre of the box, bit on it. Emma Navarro returns to Beatriz Haddad Maia in backhand, hits top of the net and centre. Emma Navarro onto it with a forehand slice shot to left, and Emma Navarro at net. But then Beatriz Haddad Maia further forward strikes a forehand passing shot to the left, and it's a winner. So 3-2, Beatriz Haddad Maia on serve in the second set. Emma Navarro serving. Emma Navarro with a centre of the box there. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return. Emma Navarro backhand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left. And Emma Navarro backhand drop shot to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia onto it. Backhand slice to the left, and then to the right rather, and then Emma Navarro onto it, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia shot, but then Emma Navarro onto it with the two players at the net, and then Emma Navarro forehand shot to the right, and it's a winner. So 15-love. Backhand drop volley to the right net from Beatriz Haddad Maia, but then Emma Navarro onto it with a forehand shot to the right, and a winner. So 15-love. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre of the box. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return to the centre bit on it, and Emma Navarro forehand to left bit on it. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to right bit on it, and Navarro forehand to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes a bit of a angled backhand to the right, but just out. So 30-love. Emma Navarro with a serve, just hits the net. So second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a serve, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return to the centre, and forehand to forehand, and Emma Navarro backhand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to the centre, and Emma Navarro then strikes a forehand to the left, and it's a winner. So 40-love. Emma Navarro with a central serve and maybe just out. Emma Navarro with a central serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand returns left, and Emma Navarro backhand. Beatriz Haddad Maia returns, and Navarro forehand, Maia backhand, and Emma Navarro then with a forehand struck to the right with a bit on it, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia with a backhand return to the centre, just hits the net. So 3-3 on serve in the second set. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a wide serve with a bit on it, and then Emma Navarro bit of forehand on ball, but a bit on that wide serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia, so 15-love. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre and 1 to 2 serves, maybe on this point still. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre, a bit on that, and is that an ace? It is. That is an ace for Beatriz Haddad Maia. Good serve to the centre and an ace, so 30-love. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve, bit on that. 1 to 2 serves or so on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre, and Emma Navarro returns centre a bit on it. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a shot a bit on it. Emma Navarro shot a bit on it. Forehand to left and Beatriz Haddad Maia a bit on it. Emma Navarro returns forehand to left and Beatriz Haddad Maia. Emma Navarro backhand to right. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left a bit on it. Emma Navarro backhand to the right with a bit on that, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia with a forehand to left just hits the net, so 30-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia, the central serve, bit on it, maybe just out that serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve centre of the box, and Emma Navarro turns forehand. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to forehand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes a forehand to the right with a bit on that, and it's a winner. Bit on that forehand struck to the right from Beatriz Haddad Maia, and a winner with that. So 40-15. Backhand Emma Navarro, forehand Beatriz Haddad Maia, and Emma Navarro forehand to the right, but then Beatriz Haddad Maia striking a forehand to the left with a bit on that, and a winner with that. So 40-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve wide serve, just hits the net. So second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve just out. So that's 2 serves out. So 40-30. Beatriz Haddad Maia Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre, a bit on it. Emma Navarro with a return to the centre, just out after a bit on that serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia. 4-3, Beatriz Haddad Maia on serve, second set. Emma Navarro, service game. Just on a point. Emma Navarro forehand, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to backhand, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the right, and Emma Navarro backhand to the left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to the left, and Emma Navarro forehand drop shot to the right, just hits the net. So love 15. Emma Navarro with a serve and maybe just out that serve. Emma Navarro with a centre boxer, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand turn. Emma Navarro backhand to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand to the right, and a bit on it, but just out. So 15 all. Emma Navarro with a serve and then backhand to backhand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to the right. Then Emma Navarro backhand slice to the left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to the left with a bit on it, and Emma Navarro turns, and Beatriz Haddad Maia out the net with a volley, and then Emma Navarro onto it with a shot, but then Beatriz Haddad Maia with the next shot of the net with a forehand volley to the left, and it's a winner. So 15-30. Well, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand volley to the centre, bit of a backhand drop volley, Emma Navarro onto it with a shot, but then next shot of the net, Beatriz Haddad Maia with a forehand volley, winner. So 15-30. Emma Navarro with a centre of the box serve, just out. So second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. And Emma Navarro with a central serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return, but the serve is in, and Beatriz Haddad Maia's return a bit on it just out, so 30-all. Emma Navarro with a centre of the box serve just out, so Emma Navarro, second serve on this point. Emma Navarro with a centre box serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return, centre bit on it, and forehand to forehand. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left a bit on it. Emma Navarro returns, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to the right, and Emma Navarro backhand to left a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to the right. Backhand slice to backhand slice, and then a one shot from Navarro and Haddad Maia, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the right. With a bit on it, but just out, so 40-30. Emma Navarro with a central serve, just hits the net, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a serve to the central box, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to left beyond. Emma Navarro turns with fair forward. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a forehand slice to the right, and Emma Navarro with a backhand return to the left with Beatriz Haddad Maia in net, but the backhand shot just hits net, so still in this Emma Navarro service game. On a point, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to left, Emma Navarro then with a shot, and Beatriz Haddad Maia returns, and Emma Navarro forehand to the right, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia with a backhand drop shot to the right. Emma Navarro onto a backhand slice shots to left, but then on the next shot, Beatriz Haddad Maia with a forehand shot to left, and it's a winner. So break point for Beatriz Haddad Maia. Well, Beatriz Haddad Maia with a drop shot, and Emma Navarro then a backhand slice shot after that, but then Beatriz Haddad Maia then with a forehand winner from a forehand shot, and it's a break point for Beatriz Haddad Maia. Emma Navarro with a serve with a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia with a return. Just hits the net, so that's break point saved for Emma Navarro. On the point, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand struck to the left with a bit on it, and then Emma Navarro's forehand to left is out after a bit struck to left on it with a forehand from Beatriz Haddad Maia, and it's a break point for Beatriz Haddad Maia. Emma Navarro with a centre of the box serve with a bit on it, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia with a forehand return just hits the net. So break point saved for Emma Navarro. Emma Navarro serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia returns, and Navarro forehand, Haddad Maia backhand to left, and Navarro forehand. Then Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand, struts to right with a bit on it, and Emma Navarro returns, and out of net, Beatriz Haddad Maia with a backhand drop volley to the left, and it's a winner, and a break point for Beatriz Haddad Maia. Emma Navarro with a centre of the box serve with a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia before hand return. That's a point just pre. Emma Navarro with a central serve just out, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a serve, and Beatriz Haddad Maia with a return just out, so break point saved for Emma Navarro. Emma Navarro with a central serve, may have hit the top of the net a bit. Wants two serves still maybe on this point for Emma Navarro. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre, just hits the net, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. And Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return to the left, and Emma Navarro shot Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the centre, and Emma Navarro forehand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand to the left a bit on it, and an angled shot to the right from Emma Navarro is just out, so break point for Beatriz Haddad Maia. Emma Navarro with a central serve, just hits the net, so another serve also for Emma Navarro on this point. On a point, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to right, and Emma Navarro backhand to the left. And then Beatriz Haddad Maia with a forehand to the left, just hits the net, so break point saved for Emma Navarro. Emma Navarro just won a point, so break point for Beatriz Haddad Maia. Emma Navarro with centre boxer, Beatriz Haddad Maia return centre and forehand to forehand. And then Emma Navarro backhand to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to left for a bit on it. Emma Navarro forehand return to right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia with backhand drop shot to the right. Emma Navarro onto it with shot, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand lob shot, and then an overhead smash at the net from Emma Navarro to the right, and it's a winner to save break point. Well, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand drop shot from right, Emma Navarro onto it with backhand side shot, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand lob shot, but Emma Navarro at the net with an overhead smash to the right and a winner with it to save break point. Emma Navarro with a serve, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia turns. Emma Navarro then strikes front left a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then forehand to the right just out. So potentially a point for Emma Navarro to still have this second set on serve, maybe. Emma Navarro with a central serve on it, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand turns right, and Emma Navarro backhand slice to the centre of on it, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to right, and Emma Navarro strikes a backhand serve, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, and Emma Navarro forehand to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, and Emma Navarro strikes forehand to right, backhand slice from Beatriz Haddad Maia to left, and Emma Navarro then strikes a forehand to the left with a bit on that, and it's a winner, so 4-all on serve in the second set. So Beatriz Haddad Maia serving. On serve for all second set. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a centre of the box serve. Navarro turns and forehand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, Navarro forehand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand, and then forehand to forehand. Then Navarro back at the sides to the right, just hits the net, so 15 love. Beatriz Haddad Maia serving, 15 love, full on serve, second set. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve with a bit on that, 30 love. And maybe an ace that from that central serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve centres wide. Navarro turns a bit on it. Beatriz Haddad Maia shot, and Navarro then strikes a forehand to the right, just out, so 40 love. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a wide serve, bit on that, and then Navarro with backhand return to the right, just hits that after a bit on that wide serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia. So 5-4 Beatriz Haddad Maia with a break. Sorry, not a break. 5-4 Beatriz Haddad Maia on serve rather in the second set. So Navarro serving. Navarro serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to left, Navarro backhand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, and Navarro strikes a backhand to the left, and it's a winner. So 15 love. Emma Navarro with a centre box serve and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return, forehand to forehand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand slice turn to centre, and Emma Navarro forehand to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand slice or backhand drop shot to left just hits the net, so 30 love. Emma Navarro with a serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return, Emma Navarro shot and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand, but Emma Navarro's forehand is just out, so 30-15. Emma Navarro with a central serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand turn centre a bit on it, Emma Navarro forehand to the right, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to the left, and Emma Navarro backhand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand, and then Emma Navarro shot Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the right, and Emma Navarro forehand to the left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand centre, Emma Navarro then forehand to left, Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes a backhand to the right with a bit on it, but Emma Navarro with a forehand to left just hits the net after a bit on the backhand struck to the right from Beatriz Haddad Maia, so 30 all. Emma Navarro with a serve just hits net, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a central serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand return, short angle to the right, but maybe just at the top of that serve. Another 1 to 2 serves or so, maybe, for Emma Navarro on this point. And Emma Navarro with a centre box serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return, and forehand to forehand. And a bit on the forehand from Emma Navarro, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia's forehand after that is out, so 40-30. On a point, Emma Navarro forehand is out, so still in this Emma Navarro service game. Emma Navarro with a central serve, just hits the net, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a serve, and then backhand to backhand, then Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to centre, a bit on it, and Emma Navarro forehand to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand turn to centre, and then forehand to forehand, third forward, Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to left, bit on it, Emma Navarro lob return, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand shot and backhand, Emma Navarro backhand sides, Beatriz Haddad Maia third forward, Emma Navarro strikes a backhand to the left just out, and it's a break point and a match point for Beatriz Haddad Maia. So Beatriz Haddad Maia, match point. Emma Navarro, central of the box serve at the top of the net a bit, so another 1 to 2 serves or so for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a serve century, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand turns left, and Emma Navarro very forward strikes a backhand to right. Beatriz Haddad Maia finds to right, and Emma Navarro forehand to centre, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand turn. Emma Navarro forehand drop shot there. Beatriz Haddad Maia onto it, strikes a backhand to right, and then by the net, and then Emma Navarro forehand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia a bit of forehand to it, but a bit on the forehand to the right from Emma Navarro. So Emma Navarro saves match point. Emma Navarro with a central serve and a bit on that, and Beatriz Haddad Maia before and block return just hits the net after a bit on the serve from Emma Navarro, so potentially a point to still have the second set on serve, having saved match point. Emma Navarro with a central box serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia turns and fair forward. Emma Navarro then strikes a backhand to the left, and it's a winner. So 5-all on serve in the second set. Beatriz Haddad Maia serving, 5-all on serve second set. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a wide serve, just hits the net, so second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. And Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve centre of the box. Emma Navarro return bit on it. Beatriz Haddad Maia was shot a bit on it, and then forehand to forehand. But Emma Navarro's forehand just out, so 15-love. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre, a bit on it. Emma Navarro a bit of forehand on it, but a bit on that serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia, so 30-love. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve centrally, just hits the net, so second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre of the box, just hits the net, so 30-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve. Emma Navarro turns and Beatriz Haddad Maia further forward, strikes one to left, and Emma Navarro a backhand slice returns left out after a bit on the forehand, struck to left from Beatriz Haddad Maia, so 40-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve wide, and Emma Navarro returns centre, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes a forehand to the right with a bit on it, and it's a winner. So 6-5, Beatriz Haddad Maia on serve, second set. Beatriz Haddad Maia. Emma Navarro with a central boxer, Beatriz Haddad Maia, backhand potential right and backhand to backhand, Beatriz Haddad Maia, forehand return, Emma Navarro strikes forehand to right, but Beatriz Haddad Maia, backhand side step, Emma Navarro then strikes forehand to left for a building, Beatriz Haddad Maia, forehand to right, but Emma Navarro, backhand struck to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia, forehand side step, but Emma Navarro, short angled forehand struck to the right, just out, so love 15. Emma Navarro with a serve, just out, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre, Beatriz Haddad Maia return shot, and Emma Navarro further forward with a slide shot a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia returns, and Navarro shot, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then the lob shot return, and an overhead smash to the right from Emma Navarro, and it's a winner. So 15-all. Emma Navarro serving. 30-15. Emma Navarro with a central serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return, back on Emma Navarro centre, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand centre, Emma Navarro forehand to left, Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to left for a build it, Emma Navarro returns, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, and Emma Navarro forehand to the right, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to left, and Emma Navarro forehand to right, build on that, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand build it, backhand slice, Emma Navarro to centre, build it, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand drop shots right, Emma Navarro onto it, strikes a backhand to right, build on that, Beatriz Haddad Maia, but backhand lob return to the centre, just out, so 40-15. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre box. Beatriz Haddad Maia forward turns left, and Emma Navarro forward to right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes the backhand to the left with Bill on it. Emma Navarro turns and at the net, the ball just over the net. Beatriz Haddad Maia onto it, the forehand drop shot to left, and it's a winner. So 40-30. Beatriz Haddad Maia just won a point, so still in this Emma Navarro service game. Emma Navarro with a serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia turns Emma Navarro shot. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left. Emma Navarro shots to right. Building it. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand. Side shots to right. Emma Navarro turns. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand. Side shots to right. And then Emma Navarro with backhand to left after that hits the top of the net and just over the net and in. So a point for Emma Navarro to maybe still have this second set on serve. Emma Navarro serve a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return just hits the net. So 6-all on serve. Second set. So Beatriz Haddad Maia serving this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre box. Emma Navarro turns in fair forward. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes one to right. Emma Navarro with a lob return and an overhead smash to the right from Beatriz Haddad Maia at the net to the right, and it's a winner. So one of Beatriz Haddad Maia in the tie break after an overhead smash winner to the right. Just by the net. Emma Navarro with a centre to wide serve and bit on it, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia for one return just hits the net, so 1-all in the second set tie break. Emma Navarro with a serve just out, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a centre of box serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand turn shot. Emma Navarro. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to right. And Emma Navarro strikes a backhand to left about it. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to right. But Emma Navarro strikes a backhand to left about it. And Beatriz Haddad Maia shots into Emma Navarro turns and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand side shots left for a bit on it. But Emma Navarro then strikes a forehand to the left with a bit on it, but just out. So 2-1 Beatriz Haddad Maia, the tie break in the second set. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre with a bit on it. Emma Navarro forehand block turn. Beatriz Haddad Maia further forward strikes a forehand to the right with a bit on it. And then Beatriz Haddad Maia and then Emma Navarro with a backhand short angle passing shot to the left just out. So 3-1 Beatriz Haddad Maia in the tie break in the second set. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve wide, just hits the net, so second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. And Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve century, and then Emma Navarro backhand return to centre, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand, Emma Navarro forehand to the right with a bit on it. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand centre, Emma Navarro then strikes forehand to the right, Bennett, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return, and forehand, Emma Navarro backhand slice, Beatriz Haddad Maia to right, and Emma Navarro strikes a backhand to left with a bit on it further forward. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand, and Emma Navarro strikes a backhand to right, a bit on it. Beatriz Haddad Maia returns a shot to the right, and then forehand to forehand, then Emma Navarro strikes a backhand to the right, a bit on it. And Beatriz Haddad Maia a bit of backhand on it, but a bit on that backhand struck to the right from Emma Navarro. So 3-2, Beatriz Haddad Maia in the tiebreak. Emma Navarro with a serve to centre billet. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return centre. Emma Navarro forehand to left. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to right. Emma Navarro strikes a backhand to left for a billet. Beatriz Haddad Maia turns. Emma Navarro forehand. Then Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left for a billet. Emma Navarro forehand to right. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to centre. Emma Navarro forehand to left. And Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to left for a billet. Emma Navarro with a forehand slice to the left, just out. So 4-2, Beatriz Haddad Maia in the tiebreak. point, just on a point. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the right a bit on it. Emma Navarro forehand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes a backhand to left, but just hits the net. So 4-3, Beatriz Haddad Maia in the tie break. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve, just hits net. So second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre of the box, just hits the net. So 4-all in the tie break. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre of the box, just out. So second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a centre of the box serve just out. So 5-4, Emma Navarro in the tie break. Emma Navarro with a central box there. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes right, turn centre, bit on it. Emma Navarro for one. And Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes right to left, bit on it. Emma Navarro backhand turn centre. And Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to right. And Emma Navarro forehand to left. And Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes the backhand to right, bit on it. And Emma Navarro forehand to centre. And Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand side shot to the right, bit on it, but just out. And it's 6-4, Emma Navarro in the tie break. And Emma Navarro with 2 set points to maybe potentially level the match at 1 set all. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes one, return to the right, just out. And the match is level at 1 set all. Game and second set, Emma Navarro 7-6. So start of the third and final set. Emma Navarro serving. Emma Navarro wide serve bit on that, and Beatriz Haddad Maia with backhand return just out. So 15 love. Emma Navarro with a centre box serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return. Emma Navarro then strikes the backhand to the centre, just hits the net. So 15 all. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand, Emma Navarro forehand in a point, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to left. Emma Navarro strikes one to the left with a bit on it. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to right, and then backhand from Emma Navarro, backhand slice Beatriz Haddad Maia, backhand Emma Navarro to the right, straight with a bit on it, and backhand from Beatriz Haddad Maia to the centre, just hits the net. So 30-15. Emma Navarro with a wide serve, just hits the net. So second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. And now Emma Navarro with a centre box serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand return centre, and backhand Emma Navarro forehand Haddad Maia centre, and Navarro return Haddad Maia forehand to the right, and Navarro returns Haddad Maia forehand. Navarro backhand to left with a bit on it. Haddad Maia forehand, backhand Navarro forehand. Haddad Maia, Emma Navarro backhand strikes left with a bit on it, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand to left with a bit on it, just out. So 40-15. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre, just out. So second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand return to the left, just out. So that is the first game of the third and final set of this one. So Beatriz Haddad Maia serving. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a centre of the box with a bit on it, with Emma Navarro forehand return to the right, just out after a bit on that serve. So 15 love. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve with a bit on it, then Emma Navarro with a forehand block return to the left, just out after a bit on that serve. So 30 love. On a point, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the centre, bit on it. Emma Navarro forehand centre, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes one to the right, bit on it. Then Emma Navarro strikes a forehand with a bit on it to the right, and it's a winner. So 30-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve just out, so second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. And Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve centre to wide, then Emma Navarro backhand return just hits the net, so 40-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve, then Emma Navarro turns, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to the right, just hits the net, so 40-30. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve, a bit on it, Emma Navarro a bit of forehand on it, a bit on that central serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia, so 1-1 serve in the third and final set. So Emma Navarro serving, 1-1 serve, third and final set. Emma Navarro central box serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a back over return centre with a bit on it, but then Emma Navarro strikes forehand to the right with a bit on it, and it's just out, so love 15. After a bit on the backhand return to the centre, off return the serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia. Emma Navarro with a wide serve just out, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point, and Emma Navarro with a central serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return, struck to left for a bit on it, but just out, so 15-all. Emma Navarro with a serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia returns and forehand to forehand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to the right with a bit on it, and Emma Navarro with a forehand return to centre out after a bit on the forehand struck to the right from Beatriz Haddad Maia, so 15-30. Emma Navarro with a serve, and Beatriz Haddad Maia with a block return, and Emma Navarro shot Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to the left. Emma Navarro returns to Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to centre bit, and Emma Navarro forehand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to centre, and Emma Navarro backhand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand shot return. And further forward, Emma Navarro strikes forehand to the left with a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia returns, and Emma Navarro over backhand to the right, and it's a winner, so 30-all. Emma Navarro with a serve, and then won the point, so 40-30, a bit on that serve. Emma Navarro serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia return centre a bit on it, and forehand to forehand. Beatriz Haddad Maia angle forehand struck to the left, but just out. So 2-1 Emma Navarro on serve in the third and final set. So Beatriz Haddad Maia just won a point, 15 love. Beatriz Haddad Maia serving, third and final set on serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve, and it's an ace, so 30 love. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve, just hits the net, so second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve and then a return shot, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to the right by the net, and then Emma Navarro with a backhand return to the left, just out after a bit on the forehand structure to the right from Beatriz Haddad Maia. So 40 love. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve wide serve from Beatriz Haddad Maia just out. So second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. And Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve wide and return shot from Emma Navarro. And then Beatriz Haddad Maia to the net, a forehand volley to the left, and it's a winner. So 2-all on serve in the third and final set after a serve and volley point from Beatriz Haddad Maia of a wide serve bit on it, and then to the net with a forehand volley to the left and a winner with it for 2-all on serve in the third and final set. Emma Navarro with a Centre to wide turn, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return, bit on it, Navarro turns and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to right, bit on it, Navarro turns and out the net, Beatriz Haddad Maia, forehand volley to the left and it's a winner. Forehand volley winner at the net from Beatriz Haddad Maia, so love 15. 2-all on serve in the third and final set. Navarro service game. Navarro with a central serve just at the net, so second serve for Navarro on this point. And Navarro with a serve to the centre box. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return centre. And Navarro turns Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand. And Navarro forehand to left, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to the right. And Navarro forehand to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to the left with a bit on it. Navarro forehand return to the centre. And Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to the left with a bit on it. Navarro turns and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand drop shot to the right. Navarro onto it with a backhand, and it's a winner. It's a backhand short angled shot to the left winner from Navarro, so 15-all. Well, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand drop shot to the right, but Navarro onto it with a backhand shot, short angle to the left, and a winner with it, rather, so 15-all. Navarro with a central serve, a bit on that, but just out, so second serve for Navarro on this point. Navarro serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia turn, Navarro shot, and Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes a forehand to the right, but out, so 30-15. Navarro with a wide serve, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand return to the centre, just out, so 40-15. Navarro with a central serve, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return, forehand to forehand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to left, Navarro forehand centre, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand centre, and Navarro strikes a backhand to right, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to right, and backhand Navarro forehand to the right from Beatriz Haddad Maia, Navarro returns to a backhand to the right, just out, so 40-30. Navarro with a serve just out, so second serve for Navarro on this point. Navarro with a serve to the centre box, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return back on Navarro, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand centre, Navarro backhand to the left, Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand to the right, just out, so 3-2, Navarro on serve, third and final set. So Beatriz Haddad Maia serving. 15 love. Beatriz Haddad Maia just 1 point. On serve, third and final set. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve wide, just hits the net. So second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve. Ooh. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre, just hits the net. So 15-all. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve. Emma Navarro backhand return, just hits the net. So 30-15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a wide serve, bit on it. Emma Navarro backhand return centre. Beatriz Haddad Maia then strikes fine to the right, but just hits the net. So 30-all. So Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve to the centre, bit on it. Emma Navarro backhand turns left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand to left, bit on it. Emma Navarro backhand slice turn centre, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand serve, and Emma Navarro backhand slice to the left, just hits the net. So 40-30. Beatriz Haddad Maia just 1 point, so 3-all on serve in the third and final set. Emma Navarro with a serve, just hits the net. So second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. And Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand, returns left, bit on it. Emma Navarro back onto right, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, bit on it. Navarro shot, and then forehand to forehand. And a bit on the forehand stroke from Beatriz Haddad Maia, and Emma Navarro's forehand out. So love 15. Point playing, and Emma Navarro forehand slice. And Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a shot to the right with a bit on it, and Emma Navarro with a slice return shot to the left with a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia with a slice shot return after that, just hits the net. So 15-all. Emma Navarro with a serve just hits net, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia return bit on it, and then forehand Emma Navarro, forehand Beatriz Haddad Maia, backhand to backhand, then Emma Navarro backhand to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the centre, and Emma Navarro forehand to left for a bit on it, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return, and Emma Navarro forehand, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand centre, Emma Navarro forehand to left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand to the right with a bit on it, and then Emma Navarro forehand to the left just hits the net, so 15-30. Emma Navarro with a serve, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a forehand return to left just out, so 30 all. Emma Navarro with a centre of the box serve just out, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a serve to the centre of the box, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand return to the right, and Emma Navarro turn, Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left for a bit on it, then Emma Navarro backhand to right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, and Emma Navarro backhand to right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia with a shot centre, and Emma Navarro strikes a forehand to the right, and it's a winner, so 40-30. And Emma Navarro the serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia turns Emma Navarro further forward, then strikes a forehand to the right, and it's a winner. And it's 4-3. Emma Navarro on serve in the third and final set. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a Beatriz Haddad Maia with a wide serve just out, so second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia with a second serve on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve, and Emma Navarro backhand 10-4 and Haddad Maia backhand slice to the right with bit on it from Emma Navarro. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand 10-4 and Emma Navarro to the right with bit on it. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the centre bit on it. Emma Navarro turns a bit on it. Forehand to forehand. Emma Navarro strikes forehand to the right with bit on it. And Beatriz Haddad Maia's backhand slice to the right hits the net. So love 15. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve, and Emma Navarro strikes a backhand return, just hits the net after a bit on the wide serve, and Beatriz Haddad Maia, so 15-all. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve, bit on it. Emma Navarro backhand turns right and further forward. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand, Emma Navarro turns, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand to the centre, a bit on it, and then it's just out, so 15-30. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central box serve. Emma Navarro forehand turns centre. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to right, and Emma Navarro backhand slice return. Then Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand to right, bit on it. Emma Navarro returns, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand step. Emma Navarro forehand to right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a short angle backhand to the left with a bit on it, but just out. So 15-40 and 2 break points for Emma Navarro. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve, a bit on it. Emma Navarro turns and further forward. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes one to the right, a bit on it. Emma Navarro turns, but then out the net. Beatriz Haddad Maia beforehand. Drop volley shot to the right, to the left rather, and it's a winner. So 30-40. So that's 1 break point save for Beatriz Haddad Maia. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a central serve just out. So second serve for Beatriz Haddad Maia on this point. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a serve wide, and it's just out, and Beatriz Haddad Maia with a break in the third and final set. Emma Navarro rather with a break of serve in the third and final set. So Emma Navarro serving with a break of serve in the third and final set. Emma Navarro with a serve just out, so second serve for Emma Navarro on this point. Emma Navarro with a centre box there, Beatriz Haddad Maia, backhand turn to the right, bit on it, and Emma Navarro turns a bit on it, centre, Beatriz Haddad Maia, backhand slice to the right, bit on it from Emma Navarro, and Beatriz Haddad Maia, backhand to the right, just hits the net after a backhand slice on the right, bit on it from Emma Navarro, so 15 love. Emma Navarro serve, and Beatriz Haddad Maia returns, and Emma Navarro strikes a forehand to the left, just hits the net, so 15 all. Emma Navarro with a centre of the box serve, and then backhand to backhand. And then Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to left, and Emma Navarro forehand to the right, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand return to the centre is out. After a bit on the forehand, struck to the right from Emma Navarro, so 30-15. Emma Navarro with a central serve bit on it. Beatriz Haddad Maia back on turn forehand. Emma Navarro. Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand to left with a bit on it. But Emma Navarro a forehand to the right out after a bit on the backhand. Struck to the left from Beatriz Haddad Maia. So 30-15. Emma Navarro with a central serve, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia turns after two shots from Navarro and Haddad Maia. Beatriz Haddad Maia with a backhand just hits the net. So it's 40-30 and a match point for Emma Navarro. Emma Navarro saved a match point in the second set, then levelled the match at 1-all, and with a breaker serve in the third and final set, has a match point at 5-3. Emma Navarro with a breaker serve in the third and final set, 40-30, and match point Emma Navarro. Emma Navarro with a centre of the box serve, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes right, returns right, and back on Emma Navarro to the left for a bit. Beatriz Haddad Maia turns right, Emma Navarro centre. Beatriz Haddad Maia back on centre. Emma Navarro strikes right to left for a bit, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes with right to left bit. Emma Navarro turns, and Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes a backhand to left bit. But Emma Navarro turns centre bit. Beatriz Haddad Maia shot. Emma Navarro backhand slice. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand slice to left. We're bit. Emma Navarro forehand. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand. Emma Navarro shots the right bit on it, and then Beatriz Haddad Maia turns after a shot from Navarro and Haddad Maia. And Beatriz Haddad Maia, Emma Navarro strikes a forehand to the left, just hits the net. So Beatriz Haddad Maia saves match point. Emma Navarro with a centre box serve, bit on it. Forehand block return from Beatriz Haddad Maia. Forehand slice return just out. So another match point for Emma Navarro. Emma Navarro with a wide serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia strikes forehand, returns to right, and then Emma Navarro with a backhand shot to the right, just hits the net after a bit on a shot struck to the right from Beatriz Haddad Maia. So that's another match point saved. Emma Navarro with a wide serve, Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand turn centre, and forehand to forehand. And then Emma Navarro backhand to the left, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to the right, and Emma Navarro backhand, and Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand to the right, and Emma Navarro backhand slice, and Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand slice left, and Emma Navarro forehand to the right. And Beatriz Haddad Maia with a backhand drop shot to the right, just hits the net. So another match point for Emma Navarro. Emma Navarro with a serve. Beatriz Haddad Maia forehand return, and Emma Navarro forehand to right Bennett. Beatriz Haddad Maia backhand slice is just out. Game, set, and match. Emma Navarro, and Emma Navarro wins this competitive 3-set match by 2 sets to 1, 1-6, 7-6, 6-3.